Hello everyone, this is Dee DuVall sitting in for Miss Samantha Tierra. Welcome to another edition of Chats, and I am sitting with the hardest working playwright from Cleveland, Ohio, Mr. Philly Weeden. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, I'm doing well.
Good.
Look, thank you for coming and doing this interview with us. I know you just got off the road and we just threw you right into an interview, so thank you for that.
It's all good.
So we're going to get right started.
Okay.
We're going to get into what you're doing and your projects that you have coming up.
Okay.
Alrighty?
All right.
So the last time you were with us, you were here for Soulmate. And September 9th at Marion University in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yes.
You will be putting on the production of
I Can't Make You Love Me.
I Can't Make You Love Me. Man, the title, I mean, it's you know, it grabs you from the title.
Good.
I Can't Make You Love Me.
Good.
So is that something you were, you know, gravitating to from the beginning? I mean, the whole title just, I mean, it got me from Soulmate. It was like, yeah, Soulmate.
Yeah.
Makes you feel warm and fuzzy, but I Can't Make You Love Me. You know what? You are right. What is this about?
Well, I Can't Make You Love Me. It's definitely a story that we all have been through. You know?
Yeah.
We all want someone to be able to give us what we give them.
That's
you
true.
know? And
that's true.
sometimes what we give them is way more than what they are able to give us.
So the last production, Soulmate, starred Miss Taral Hicks, and now you're stepping it up.
Yes.
So who can we expect to co-star along with you and Taral and?
We have Marc Nelson.
Woo!
Marc Nelson is the founder of Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
Lead singer of As Yet, and he's still with Boyz II Men now. So he'd be the lead. I have Terron Brooks. And he's from the Temptation movie. He played Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah.
I have my cousin, MC Brainz.
MC Brainz.
Rapper. And I have Nicole. Nicole Ziegler came back with us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we have Keith Robinson.
Wow.
Keith Robinson. Keith Robinson from the film Dreamgirls. And,
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
And Power Rangers and This Christmas and so much more. He is Aubrey. He's making a guest appearance in the Indianapolis show as Aubrey. Aubrey is a surprise.
That's just a surprise.
I can't tell his
He's
side.
making a guest appearance.
You have to come. You have to come. Please be there. It's a very impactful show. It's a show that will motivate you, inspire you, encourage you, and want you to do more in life and make you challenge yourself in your relationship.
So that's the key takeaway?
That's the key takeaway. You're going
That's
to be
the
driving
takeaway from the
home,
play.
looking at the person next to you and say, wow, what do you think? And then that's how it goes.
So tell us a little bit about your stories. Like where does it gravitate from? How do you get your inspiration?
Personal issues.
Aren't those the best?
Yes, personal issues.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the things I've been through, I try to use that as a tool, you know.
Sure,
and then I just throw entertainment in there and, you know,
That's
some
right.
other things. But the base of it is my life.
Really? So can we expect a little personal stories throughout the play?
Nah.
Remains to be.
Yeah, nah.
Come check out the show. So let's talk about so you know, we kind of got into your inspiration in writing this. What was the hardest scene?
The ending.
Really?
Yes, the ending. Because one thing is I don't want to give it away.
Without giving it away.
I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it away.
What I had to do was I had to completely end it. So, you know, when you're dealing with stage plays and film is different, you know.
Absolutely.
Because in film, you have time to tell a story.
That's right.
In stage plays, you don't.
I've been sitting here.
Right. You don't
Just
have
get
time.
to it.
You don't have time. So I had to find a way to end it and to wrap it up in a way that is impactful.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest one to write.
So the last scene.
The very last scene.
All right, so you've got all these headliners in this production. Can we expect to hear more singing?
Heck yeah.
So in this show, without giving it away, can we expect to hear some good cover tunes? Are there any originals?
No,
in the play?
I'm not at that stage of original music yet, because I'm a 90s guy. So,
you've got the 80s, 90s headliners in there.
So with them, I want them to do their music, you know, and their music is key for the story. So that's why I chose them.
That's great. That's great. Let's see here. So what's going to surprise the people about the show? Don't give it away.
It's a lot of surprises. It's a whole lot of surprises. The key element that I use to write is I like to keep the people guessing, because with me,
it's good.
You know, once you're in the business and you go to see someone else's work, you're constantly thinking of what's next. You're like, oh, I've seen this before. He's gonna do this. She's gonna do this. What? You're trying to predict the story. So I want to be that person. As I'm writing, I'm trying to unpredict the story. So people sitting there and say, I didn't see that coming.
Oh,
so
cool.
and that's how, you know, you keep people's attention that way.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my key to writing.
Yeah. So, you know, we're here in this interview and I've got a ton of questions for you. But then I have a few personal questions for you. Okay. So what's your experience with using headliners that are vocalists? And what's the challenge with having them act? Because not all vocalists are actors, and not all actors are vocalists. So tell us a little bit about, you know, how you decipher between the both, and you go into rehearsal and then it becomes one beautiful project on stage.
Well, I definitely, you know, again, as I go into this new journey of getting more singers, you know, I don't just key in on the singers. You know, they have to have some history of acting.
Sure. So that kind of leads me right into the next question here. You had a moment where you were kind of posting on social media that you visited Tyler Perry's studio. Tell us about that experience.
Good question.
I am pleased.
Man, it was, you know, I went 2 times before the last time I went.
Wait a minute.
So let me tell you something. Okay. So first 2 times I went, the first time I went, I wanted to go just to be there. You know, just to, you know, feel something. You know, just the inspiration, just get something from it. I went and I stood there at the gate, looked at the sign, I was like, okay, it's possible.
That's right.
You know? So from then on, you know, I went on my right, you know, what I had to go do, I had to go do it. Then when I came back to Atlanta the second time, I said, I need to make this a tradition, you know. Let me just make this a tradition. Let me just continue to go. Every time I go to Atlanta, go to the studio, stand there, look at the sign. So I did this the second time.
Yeah.
Third time. Now it's the day of the show in Atlanta. And so I had just picked up the guys from the airport, you know. So I said, okay, we went to Waffle House. After the Waffle House, I said, y'all ready to go see the studio? And it was like, heck yeah. You know, everybody, yeah, let's go. So we all got in the car, in the truck, and we all just, you know, went to the studio. And, you know, not thinking anything of it. We all pulled up, got out, standing in front of the sign, taking pictures like an R&B group. Sure. Everybody, they turn, click. Yeah. My turn, click. You know, and then we saw the security guards coming, you know. And there wasn't a regular security because they had on suits, you know. It wasn't...
Right, a uniform.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that. It was a suit, you know. And he walked up. He said, "Excuse me, you guys. I'm gonna have to let you all have to tell you that you can't be. This is private property. You can't take pictures or anything like that." We was like, "Okay, no, my apologies. Okay, it's all good." And as we walking away, the security guard said, "It's nice to meet you, Philly." And I stopped. We all stopped, and we all looked at each other. And I just walked back to him as fast as I could to shake his hand, you know, and he said, "Yeah, we see everything you post." He said, so I just want to let you know, man, just keep it up. And man, that right there was it.
Talk about inspiration.
Yeah, that was it. And I got in that car, man, and everybody was quiet for about 10, 20 minutes. And then,
wow.
You know, it was just like, they couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. And, you know, so that's how it is.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that story right there is, I mean, that's touching. That's inspiring for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dreams do come true.
They do.
And I think what's important is people have to understand that there are levels. And, you know, we're talking about Tyler Perry in his studios. And that's something that he always kind of talks about and reiterates. You know, you start here, you know, but don't stay there.
Correct.
So it's good to see you, you know, starting with Soulmate, and then, you know, you're kind of stepping up and kicking it up a notch with I Can't Make You Love Me. You know, I'm really interested in the story. You know, and congratulations to you, the cast, and to your crew as well. You know, I think a lot of people misunderstand what it takes behind the scenes to make a production,
that's true,
you know, be as well as it is. Absolutely. You know, the acting, the singing, you know, that the image, you know, because that's a big deal too. That's one thing, but you know, behind the scenes, it's just as important, if not, you know, right there as being important. So, you know, tell me a little bit about how you construct all of that, and you're acting in this as well, right?
I am.
So, you know, that's I mean, that's big. That's like monumental. So you've got the acting piece, you've got the staging, you've got the directing, you've got the business part of it. You know, talk to us about it.
Me joining the cast was definitely not my idea. You know, again, when I first started off, I did act. You know, I act in my own things, and I wanted, you know, because I figured no one can tell my story than, you know, other than me. Right. So I did that, you know, and then as the production began to grow, you know, I said, okay, cool, I can step back. Yeah. Just write, direct, you know, and that's it. So once we did Soulmate, I said, cool, I'm good. So then when I Can't Make You Love Me, you know, everybody was in my ear like, you got to hit the stage. And I said, no. They said, you have to. Let them know, let them see you, you know, let them, and I was like, okay, well, it took a couple months of convincing. So I was like, okay. Wait
a minute. It took a couple of months for you to figure out that you're going to star in your own.
Because I don't want, I wrestle with the fact that sometimes it's about me, you know, because I don't want it to be about me.
Sure.
But then sometimes it's about me.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why I say I wrestle with it, because it's like, I'd rather sit back, and I did my time. And they was like, no, go. So I did it, you know, and I'm ready for it. It's not the issue. It's just that now I have to accept the fact that it's more than just Cleveland.
Yeah.
That has to know me, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm cool.
So talk to me a little bit about Cleveland. You know, sometimes we're accepted in our own city, and sometimes we're like, Philly Weeden again.
Well, see, one thing about Cleveland that I will say is that I've never heard, or I've never experienced what most people feel in their hometown. You know, when they say that it's hard here. You know, I've never experienced that from my very first stage play. What I did was I did do my homework before I jumped out there. That's, you know, important. I went to stage plays, I went to shows, I went to anything that involved the city, just so I can see how the crowd was, you know. Yeah. And when I did that, you know, I continued to do that so people could see my face, so people could know that, you know, I am out here, you know. And then when I, you know, promote the stage play, it was well received. You know, it sold out in a month of ticket sales going on sale. And ever since then, you know, it's been great, huge success in Cleveland. And I've never experienced that part. So I can't speak on negativity in my city. I can only speak of positive, you know, of just the impact that the city has brought to me.
Yeah.
You know, not me to it, but to them to me. I love my city. You know, I love it, and I definitely was humbled in Soulmate tour. Definitely was humbled in the Soulmate tour, because again, having that beginning in Cleveland, I was spoiled.
Yeah.
So when I stepped out of my own city, you know, went to Columbus. Columbus did good. You know, that's a couple of hours away from Cleveland, so that's still Cleveland. Detroit was the life-changing experience for me, because I've never opened up a curtain to 60 people. And that, it hurt. You know, it hurt. Yeah. And I was like, I'm good. I can just stay home. I can just continue to do plays in Cleveland. I ain't gotta do this tour. Forget it. I'm okay. And then, you know, conversations, you know, people telling me, man, everybody went through this.
That's right.
But see, I didn't have that experience. So I was like, no, they ain't supposed to be like this. Right. It's not supposed to be like this. So then, you know, I said, God, you have to, if this is what you want me to do, this tour, you have to make it plain for me, because I'm independent. You know, like if the show don't do good, we ain't got no money. You know, I mean, it's nothing for the next show. I'm sorry, y'all. Tour is over. You know, so I said, you got to make this plain, because I can't continue. You know, people say, bet on yourself, you know, invest in yourself, do all that stuff. But I'm kind of smart too. Yeah. You know, I don't want to continue to keep getting hit upside the head, you know, saying, do the tour, go ahead, and keep taking L's. So I was like, this is one bad show, but you got to make this plain for me, because I can't have another one. I can't afford to. You know, so, man, thank God, 4 days later after that, Indianapolis show sold out. So I was like, wow. Then Cleveland show after that, sold out. And after that, the Atlanta show, sold out. So I said, okay, all right, God, I got you. So that's what I'm at.
It's definitely a humbling, proud experience. You know, I tend to use that phrase a lot. I'm humbly proud, you know, of the success of others. Yeah. And, you know, congratulations again. Thank you. So,
do it again.
Tell us where viewers can get tickets.
www.phillyweeden.com.
And we have one night, September the 9th, Marion University, 3200 Cold Spring Road in Indianapolis, Indiana.
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yes.
The audience will be inspired. We're going to hear great singing. We're going to see good actors. Mr. Philly Weeden will be on stage. Looking well and dapper as ever.
Thank you.
Do not miss this. Now, how can people follow you?
Everything that's associated with me is my name, Philly Weeden. Everything is Philly Weeden.
So that's Philly Weeden on Facebook, Philly Weeden on Twitter, Philly Weeden on Instagram, Philly Weeden on What's Up app. See, you gotta get your What's Up app.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, all the up and coming things, you know, like you just can't keep up. But September the 9th, Marion University. I Can't Make You Love Me. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Yes. You will be inspired. I'm looking forward to it. Good singing, good acting. I want to be moved. I want to be like, oh no! Yes, she did! Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm looking forward to all of that. Indianapolis loves you.
Oh, I
you
love
know, so we'll continue to support him. We're going to support him, right, guys? So we'll support you and all that you do. Thank you again for making Indianapolis a spot on your tour.
Thank you.
You know, we really appreciate it. And we'll support as much as we can. I'm Dee DuVall. This has been another moment with Chats. Thank you, Mr. Philly Weeden. It's been the best.
Thank you.